Okay. We're gonna try something new, something that we don't normally do. I feel like we're gonna do this because of the nature of how I normally do things. What is this level? I haven't done this track in a long time. And what I intend on doing is kind of like discussing what has happened in my day. I feel like maybe people would be interested in some of the shit that I say. That'd be nice. You know what I mean? But so far, me living in Florida is a very interesting place. You know what I mean? I haven't gotten homesick because I'm gonna be honest with you. Most of the people that I know, well, that looks nice. Most of the people I know um, are not from the state that I came from. So it wasn't like I was like hanging out with them and shit like that. You know what I mean? And did I ever say why I play Gran Turismo? I know this sounds like really stupid, but I ended up getting into like a really bad car accident that made me like lose faith in my car. And this is a good way of kind of getting a grasp of how, oh, the fuck. I had to cut the corner to avoid the accident because homie was, homie was making a lot of noise behind me. And I still ended up hitting his fucking ass. Yeah, I wanted to move to Florida for a new start, you know what I mean? And I realized, you know, you kind of realize that who you talk to, who's important to you, and there wasn't anybody in the place that I was at, you know, which was in New Jersey. Unfortunate, yes, but once you break free of the shackles, you don't have to worry about stuff like that any longer, you know what I mean? Somebody just sent me a text message. I gotta check that out later. Yeah, you'd be surprised on how you make a connection with other people around the world. Can't trust everybody for sure, but you never know unless you do, you know what I'm saying? The world can be an ugly place, and that's, you know, and that's something that people gotta understand. Not everybody's gonna like really like who you are, or like you in general. So there's that, you know what I mean? Anyway, it's been almost a month since I've moved to Florida. Let me just say, like, I haven't been homesick, a little bit annoyed that I have to like use a GPS for a lot of the places I want to go to. Like I want to get comfortable. I'm on turn. I want to get comfortable with just driving, you know, to a place and be done with it. I'm not at that level yet, which, you know, is to be expected. Ew. But, you know, one of the places I used to go to, which is kind of trivial, is it's one of the auto part stores mechanic places. They used to call it Mavis where I was at, or they call it Mavis. I don't believe that there's any kind of Mavis over here too. And so today I went to Pep Boys to get some new tires and almost got swindled, which I was, holding my pearls, you know what I mean? I had to clutch my pearls. I was like, hey, yo, this dude's really trying to get over. I had to get 2 new tires. Really, I was going to try to get 4 and be done with it and start from scratch, but I'm not going to waste any money where I don't need to waste it, you know what I mean? I'm trying to be kind of conservative on my money. But that was a situation today. They said to basically, it was getting cloudy. They said basically watch out for scammers. And I was thinking like, maybe somebody on the street, you know what I mean? Nope. Everybody's trying to get money. The guy tried to tell me, right, I had to get my engine replaced. And I did that like late last year. And I went to the store. He told me I had to do a mandatory alignment, which, when you say a mandatory, when I'm trying to get tires, you're already look really kind of crazy right then. And so he told me to do this shit, and I was like, I said, you have to do it. He was like, it's highly recommended. And I'm like, then why did you tell me I had to do it? Fine, right? I'm okay with doing it anyway because it's been, bro, why did you slow down like that? I'm okay with getting an alignment. I haven't done it in a while. Or at least if it was done, it was something that probably didn't cost anything. But I got tires last year, so I was like, why do I need new ones? The tire pressure light kept coming on. And so that's why I wanted to replace all 4 of them. But there was that situation where he was saying that I had to do something mandatory. And if anybody know me, I don't like when you try to force me to do shit. Fine. Be that as it may, right? Yeah, homie told me I had to do it. I said, all right, I'll do it. I tested the dude. Because everybody knows that if you use a penny and stick the penny in the tread of the tire, head first with the, Abraham Lincoln, if its head is fully submerged, then it's basically a new tire. If it's half, you already you get the picture. And so the back tires, my car is rear wheel, the back tires actually needed some tender loving care. So I asked him, I said, how do you know when the tires are actually down? I was trying to see what he's going to say, just in case, because you got to protect yourself. And he did exactly what I thought he was going to do. Homie straight up was like, kind of trying to lie. I had to throw it in there yeah, you have to use the penny thing, right? And he was like, yeah, that's what you would do. And, got the tire. We ended up finding out that it was just 2 tires that needed to be changed, which, fine, right? I could take that. And I was okay with that. Just 2 tires needed to be changed. I was going to keep it moving, right? I've been probably talking the whole time and YouTube hasn't been recording. That is unfortunate, right? Let's take a look here. Look at the list of therapy. Oh no, it's working. Okay. So yeah. We discovered that we only needed the 2 tires in the rear that needed to be changed. And so I walked around the city and shit like that while the tire was being done. All right, cool. So I was okay with everything there. He calls me and tells me that the tires are actually done. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? That's okay. And he says, by the way, you want to get a new air filter and a new battery. And then I'm thinking to myself, I bet you he's saying all this shit because I asked him, how do you tell, something trivial, you know what I'm saying? How do you tell if you need new tires? I guarantee he was asking me for that. He was telling me about this shit. Why were you checking the batteries? Or anything for the matter, you know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, that was super, nah. you ain't slick. Nah, you ain't slick. Absolutely not. So that's what I peeped on his end, and I told him, I was like, I just got the engine kind of like replaced, and he was like, well, what about the battery? And I was like, did you replace the battery? I said, if the engine got replaced, man, it obviously something was wrong initially. You know what I'm saying? Clearly something was wrong. So yes, I said it's on the receipt for which I got the battery changed or when the engine changed. I said, but you know what? I'll talk to them on Monday or whatever the case is, and we can move it along. The car is basically like 3 years old. So if I need a battery and if they didn't replace it, you know what I mean? It won't be from Pet Boys because you try to get over on me. You shouldn't have been checking things. You thought I was stupid. You know what I'm saying? And the air filter, especially the air filter bit, because the engine was replaced and it was because of, you know, airflow. Bro, man, I hate these cars. Like, they always try to put their brakes on for no damn reason. But that's what he was trying to do. As if I was an idiot. I won't be going over there anymore. There's that. I was supposed to meet up with some people today too for some entertainment, and that fell through a couple of times, man. So kind of annoying that shit still exists. No one has like a concept of, you know, commitment anywhere. You know, when I commit to something, I like supremely commit to it to the best of my ability, man. It's unfortunate that was a situation where, you know, people couldn't keep their promise. Very irritating, but expected. So right now I'm playing my games. I did eat. I ate some KFC, and that knocked me straight on my ass. I'm not gonna lie to you. So there's that. I had some plans in terms of what games I wanted to play for today. I would like to play Dying Light, but like the mission structure is so not play tested at all. Like it's pretty bad. So bad, so bad. Things that should be visible is not, and then the level design, since it looks like trash is all over the place, it makes it to the point where you don't want to really be there. I mean, art style is paramount when it comes to this stuff, but I noticed that when they first released it, the footage, I was like, well, maybe, you know what I mean, it's not even just the color, it's just, it doesn't look appealing. That should scare me. It's just not, it doesn't look appealing. So, it won't be me. So I guess the game I'm going to play after this is probably going to be Gravity Rush, and then all night it's going to be Horizon. I've got my ass kicked for 2 straight hours in Horizon playing the DLC. And let me just tell you, like, the way that the AI calculates, it is unfreaking real. The AI is much harder because you're fighting way more, and it wasn't like they were stupid in the first place. It is very difficult. Very difficult. It is very difficult. Oh, wow! Didn't realize that was going to be a turn. That's annoying. I think I put it on the hardest difficulty. Professional. I haven't played this level in a long time, so you gotta excuse me. But like I was saying before, this is the reason why I actually played this game, is to kind of learn apparently the basics of driving, because you already see how I'm driving. It's crap. Sometimes you can't be afraid, man. Like, you gotta dive in. I don't like how I moved from Jersey to Florida. And one of the most drastic things that somebody can do, you know what I mean? This has to be the hardest difficulty because I'm having trouble keeping up to this rubber banding ass. I wonder if there's any car that's in front of me because now it looks like he's struggling. It is. Get the fuck out of here. Usually they start being like perfect until you get to a certain area. So, pretty uneventful day. It was a little bit too cold to go to the beach, but you know what? I think, depending on how Thursday is, I still gotta get that alignment because I paid for it in the first place, and I didn't have enough time to stay there. But got my tires. Most likely, I'll go to one of the beaches in Miami, and fairly early. Depending on how the weather is. I noticed that being in Florida, I have a lot more energy than I ever had. It's pretty crazy. If you notice, I put the traction on 1. And I drove my actual car without the traction. And the way that it behaves in this car, even though it's not the same car, the car was spinning all over the place, and I think that because of the torque in there. I mean, and then of course it's a controller too, so you don't get the feel, even though the dual sense and the dual edge in general is not as style as what I would like in a racing. I would need to have the wheel and the pedals. Yo, look at this dude. Like, you see how erratic he's driving, yo? It clearly looks like the AI is doing some other shit, yo. I know they have a form of like rubber banding, but the way he's driving isn't normal. Alright, do this little slipstream. I don't think I can pass him. 4, 3, little brakes. The AI for the first in line, man, they give them extra grip. So I gotta be very careful with this dude because he'll always bypass me. Already trying to overtake me on some wild shit. That bitch saw an opening and was trying to take it. Like, he's not driving regularly, like as a regular car would drive. I can't see. Wait. I think this bitch hit me. Cause he's a little bit too on my ass. Yep. He was so much on my ass, he would have ended up having me like crash. And I didn't want that to rhyme. The AI, they give them special privileges and be a little faster, all sorts of weird ass shit.
It's definitely giving running through the field. Oh my gosh. The reason why I love shopping with Google is because you can use the filter and it'll only show you the things in your budget. This dress feels flowy. A black dress is all you need.
All right, we're done here.
That's a lot of corn.
Nope.
What is she making?
Oh.
Now she putting mayonnaise in. Almond milk, what's happening here? And it's vanilla flavored. Oh, my stomach bubbling. And now she adding cheese. I done seen this enough. I know she ain't done yet. Look at this here. Canned cheese right on schedule. What in the crunchy corn concoction? And man, put that back in there. I don't think that's done. She sprinkled an ounce of salt on 10 pounds of corn. Just leave the chips in the bag, Lord have mercy. She about to scoop it out. Watch this. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on Daphne's diarrhea dip.
Well, that looks good. Let's get this shit started. It's amazing how much hate this game got, but I will say they should have never made this into like a game where it was online only. I don't care what they say. I purchased it. I'm gonna tell you right now, I will not get another Gran Turismo though, unless that shit is legitimately, unless you have day and night cycles and you can speed it up and all the other shit. You know what I mean? You don't have to have the single player, but the rest of the game and cars needs to be in there. Absolutely not what they did here. If that shit don't have that in there, yo, I will not be buying it. Yeah, it's funny about gamers, right? So another thing about this game is that there was a lot of people that bought this game, and even though they bought the game, I gotta put my brakes on there. Even though they bought the game, they don't play it. And the reason why they don't play it is because it doesn't have like an arcade element. Even though this game is supposedly more arcade than not. Nigga. This ain't professional, but these cars be driving mad erratic. I know a lot of people that purchase this game, man, and because it's not an arcade, man, they don't want to play it. You know what I mean? Claim that they're hardcore. I'm on my brakes here. It's about to get hairy. This nigga crashed in front of man for no reason, yo, too. I can't tell if it's aggression or they just blind as a fucking bat. I want to see what Gran Turismo 8 would look like. Something that's dedicated, because when they dedicate it, man, they can, this is what they could do. The line system in this game is pretty trash. And it doesn't have the best frame rate either. Like you can get this game to like, I mean, I get that the cars are detailed, but you can get this game to really chug and shit. Plus, I still am angry at the fact that these damn trees don't be moving. And I get why. It's one of those situations where like it's processing power, so I'm not skimming the sides like I've been doing. Yeah, so I think the next game I'm gonna do is gonna be Gravity Rush. We can talk about that. I gotta catch up to these bastards. So from there. There's a lot of, there's kind of like a little bit of a turbo lag. I wouldn't say a lot, but definitely noticeable. I wonder if that's how the actual car feels like. Probably. I like to set the weather pattern on the second, half of the game, or the second half of the race to random. Kind of give it a Drive Club feel. Drive Club was such a good game, man. It's a travesty. Fun. Yeah, when I slam on the gas, man, it takes a while to spool up. It's that delay that kind of actually makes this very difficult to drive. I'm trying not to slam on the brakes either, because it's not a good habit. I'm surprised that YouTube, that was my part. That wasn't like a driving error. That was just me, like, twitching. It wasn't a misjudgment, basically. YouTube has been, like, definitely, like, ridiculous with, catching my videos because of this game. Some of the music in here. That's another thing somebody complained about, and that's there's no tire marks, which is crazy. Never paid attention to it until somebody put it out there. Ooh, he coming in fast as shit, and they bumping into each other. So it ain't just me. See how cheap this fucking AI is? Look, he's already starting wiggling all over the place. That's how you know he about to do some. He about to do some fuckery. Come on, car. Yeah, this is definitely on professional. They say professional, but these are the most unprofessional motherfuckers I've ever seen. Right in front of you is right in front of me. I love that little loop area, but then he's going to do some fuckery. They always do. Like he's going to find some way to catch up to me, whether it's slipstream or some bullshit. You know it. It's already hit, he already hitting for it. Look at him, he itching to get past me. I hope I get first place on this bitch, cause he be finna the fat like fly bass. Yeah, well, first place. And there you have it. Got my little practice in with that 30 minutes. Life, love it. All right. And we're out of here.